Shelby Bells, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, we have to talk about Jaclyn Hill, you guys, because Jaclyn Hill has got herself in some product launch drama again. I know it seems like Jaclyn Hill cannot launch a single product without having some sort of drama follow. So if you want to hear all about that drama, then make sure that you keep on watching. Okay guys, so Jaclyn Hill, if you know anything about Jaclyn Hill, when Jaclyn Hill launches makeup, there seems to be some drama that follows, right? So if we're thinking back, she had some drama with Becca Cosmetics with her champagne pop. She had a lot of drama with the Vault collection from the Morphe ex Jaclyn Hill collection thing that she did. It was like the 5 little palettes about this size, and apparently they're supposed to be like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe formula, which is like completely bomb. I have the volume 1 and volume 2 of the Jaclyn Hill palettes like on my desk. This is the back of the palette on my desk literally at all times in rotation because I love both of these palettes so much. They perform amazing, and I love mixing and matching them and all of that. But when she launched the Vaults, they were supposed to be these formulas, but they were different formulas, and they were very patchy and very just really hard panty, and they were just not good, right? And so she had that drama and the whole thing where she retracted all of the got all the palettes, and she did that whole video where she had this stacks and stacks of the palettes in her video, and we were supposed to believe that was all the palettes that they had, and that was a bunch of them, and she was gonna get rid of those, and it was just a huge mess, girl, right? So we had that one, and then who could forget Lipstick Gate and the whole lipstick situation with Jaclyn Hill? That one was literally crazy, where there were little fuzzies and bits of sometimes even metal and just really gross things inside of her lipsticks. Her excuse was that the people were wearing fuzzy white gloves to inspect the lipsticks or something. It was just, the way she handled it was just so poor, and she faced a ton of backlash for that, and it was just a huge thing. So she had that major drama with the lipsticks, and it's just honestly she seems to not be able to launch a product without there being some sort of backlash and some sort of scandal that goes along with it. So in this case, she recently launched her summer collection, which is cream bronzers and all of that, okay? So these cream bronzers, she, in her video, in the launch video, she said that there would be a shade extension coming in the future, okay? The problem was there were 5 shades, and when she had the samples on the fair skin, the medium skin, and the deep skin in her little advertisement or whatever on her Instagram or wherever it was, the shades on the deep skin tone looked incredibly just ashy and gross, okay? They looked like nobody in their right mind with that kind of skin tone would put this product on their body, okay? And it caused her a lot of backlash because Jaclyn Hill is a woman with a lot of means, okay? Jaclyn Hill is a woman with a lot of money. Jaclyn Hill is a woman who has a lot of things. She has a lot of resources at her disposal. Now, she is a smaller makeup brand, and that is one side of the argument, but she has some pretty hefty investors backing her up, which is the other side of the argument. I personally think that she could have launched at least 2 to 3 more shades in this initial launch. Now, she said that these other shades would be coming out a little bit later on. Okay, why not just push the entire launch of this until those shades are ready? Or why not try to speed up production of those shades until these shades are ready? Because now what it looks like is that you're just not being an inclusive brand, which is a necessity for you in the time that we live in, and honestly always probably should have been a necessity for you. We should not still be dealing with the issues of not having inclusive shade ranges. If you cannot launch a product without having, I'm not telling you have to have 50 shades, I'm not saying you need to have 25 shades, but if you can at least give me some something to cater to at least a large group of people within a certain skin tone, either way that it goes, because also oftentimes there's this huge chunk in the middle that's left out as well, then I don't think that you should launch the product. Okay, now I think a lot of times we focus on the super deep skin tones, and that in this case is the issue. But overall in general, there's a ton of different skin tones in the middle, you know, Middle Eastern, you know, Indian people, a lot of like different Hispanic skin tones and stuff. Sometimes they're left out as well. Asian women, a lot of times these people are just left out, right? And there's a huge groups of people that are always left out in launches like this, right? And while I'm not saying you need 100 different shades of something when you launch a product as a smaller brand, you need something that's going to at least look like you're like trying, right? Because if you're not, to say that you're going to launch something, but oh yeah, I have more shade ranges coming out in the future, but you're just going to have to wait for that. What if I'm a woman or man with a deep skin tone and I live for Jaclyn Hill and I want to buy everything that she comes out with? Then what do? Then I feel super left out, okay? And that's just not okay. So it's just one of those situations where my personal opinion is if you can't launch it to be more inclusive to begin with, then just hold off the launch until you can. Jaclyn Hill, you've been releasing things like bam, 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 okay? We could have waited a few months to get bronzers for everybody that you wanted to create a shade of bronzer for. You didn't have to rush this launch out and launch these products and then leave out a huge majority of people. And that's just my feedback, and that's just my take on it, okay? For me personally, and this is a fact, okay? You can leave a hate comment if you want in the comments down below. Make sure you leave a dislike before you leave too, okay? I personally don't have those issues when it comes to buying makeup because I have a fair white skin tone, and typically it's just easy for me to find. It's easy for me to pick my shade of foundation, even online sometimes. It's easy for me to find different things in different brands because most brands do cater to my very basic white skin tone, okay? But I still don't think it's right. Just because it makes it easy for me to shop for it, who cares about me? It should be as easy as it is for me to find makeup. It should be just as easy for a woman that is 10 shades darker than me to find makeup. And that is just the matter of the fact, in every different skin tone in between. It should be just as easy. Now, some people are arguing that, well, you know what? Well, maybe this brand just might not be for those people. And I don't really think that is a good way to look at it either. I just don't. I don't think that we should be saying basically that if you want makeup, then you need to look at this brand or this brand or this brand, and then if this other woman over here, or man, or whoever it is, wants to buy makeup, then they need to look at this brand, this brand, and this brand. I think that people should have the opportunity to choose from from a lot of different brands out there, okay? Now, not every single thing that every single brand comes out with is going to cater to everybody, because even if they do get the shade range right, there's skin type, there's different components that they put in their makeup that may irritate the skin, there's just preference in formula and preference in style of makeup and all of that go into it, and that's just something completely different. But I feel like at least with the shade ranges, we should be catering to more people, because why would we want to leave out people? And that's just the way that I see it. And if I ever have a makeup brand, which, to be honest, I don't even know if I want that, but if it ever did happen for me in the long run, okay? I have like an itch on my face. If I ever launch a makeup brand, which I don't even know if that's something that I ever want to do, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's just something I want to get into, but if that were to ever happen for me, I'm going to say it right here and right now. If I can't launch something, if I'm going to come out with complexion products, so concealer, foundation, bronzers, blushes, whatever, anything that, is for the face that involves a larger range of like shades and stuff because of the different skin tones and stuff, I'm going to make sure I take my time with that, and I won't launch it until it's ready. And if that means I'm launching a bunch of lipsticks and eyeshadows until that happens, and that's what that means. But I'm not going to launch something and have it be half-assed, basically, and non-inclusive to so many different people out there. And I personally just think that we're past that, and that Jaclyn Hill could have done better in this situation. That's just my personal feedback. But the important thing is your feedback down in the comment section down below. So let me know all of your thoughts on that. I'd love to hear from you. If you liked today's video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all of my future videos when they do post. And you can follow me on all of my social media at Beauty by Shelby. That's ShelBye, Beauty by Shelby. I'll leave that right up there on the screen for you so you can see it. If you're enjoying the Beauty by Shelby vibes and want to see more, then YouTube should be suggesting a couple videos down below for you to choose from, so I'd love it if you did that. But if you're just here to catch up on the Jaclyn Hill drama, then that's totally cool too, girl. Appreciate your view. Love you so. Thank you so much for watching today's video, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.